Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Old Time Rock and Roll. I'm the host, David Tear, where I've been featuring my personal top 3,000 songs of the rock era from 1954 to 1999. Today, I'm up to song number 2914, which is Seven Little Girls Sitting in the Backseat. This was a novelty song from 1959 by a singer named Paul Evans. And this was done. It was titled I guess it was credited to Paul Evans and the Curls. I'm not sure who he used to sing the background, but there were seven little girls, I guess, who were supposed to be singing in the background. And here's a little photo. I guess it was a promotional photo of this song. I think this was used on the jacket for the single. But it's a funny song. I don't think you guys have ever heard this song. It's you know, it's very satirical. Here's a picture of Paul Evans. I think before I get into the song, I'll say a little bit more about him. He had a couple other hits. His first one was Seven Little Girls in the Back Seat. That made it to number 9 on Billboard. Later that year, he had another song called Midnight Special, which I think is a really good song. If it's the same Midnight Special I'm thinking of, it's kind of an old folk song about some convicts who I think they're in a chain gang and they're singing. They're hoping the midnight special. This train will come and rescue them. I used to sing it at camp. It's a good song. It's a sad song, but this one's coming up on my list, by the way. There were a couple hit versions of it, including one by Paul Evans. His one wasn't on my list, but you'll see which one is. But anyway, yeah, those were the songs he had. Also, Happy Go Lucky Me in 1960. That was his other hit. That was also top 10, went to number 10. And Seven Little Girls Sitting in the Back Seat, that was also remade by. Here's a picture, actually. Here's a picture from a video. I just watched this video this morning. It's a hilarious video, but he used these puppets. I guess he had a little puppet show set up. There's a video of him, driving in his old car. These seven little girls sitting in the back seat, and they're all kissing and hugging with Fred, his friend Fred. That's what the song's all about. But I'll get more into that. But there was actually redone by a British group called the Avons. Here's the Avons. They had a hit version in England. I guess their version went to number 3 in the UK same year. I guess that was a hit version in England. But I want to get back to the song Seven Little Girls Sitting in the Back Seat. I think it's a hilarious song. I mean, I guess it's kind of funny because yesterday, the song I featured yesterday was another car song, was another novelty car song, Transfusion by Nervous Norvus. That's a black humor comedy song. I mean, it's basically about a reckless driver keeps getting in all these accidents, and then he keeps going to the doctor to get transfusions. And I think it's a funny song. But in the same way, I guess this is a funny song too. I don't know what kind of humor I'd call this. If he called Transfusion black humor, I guess I would call this one blue humor because he's heartbroken. Obviously, the story is that he decides to take a ride in the country with his friend and these seven girls, I guess they know. And they all sit in the back seat of his car, and they're all enamored with his friend Fred. They don't want to do anything else but fool around in the back seat with Fred while he's driving them all around the town and the country and everything. And he's trying to impress them, but he can't get their minds off of his friend Fred. They just want him to keep chauffeuring him around. So the course is keep your mind on the drive and keep your hands on the wheels. Keep your snoopy eyes on the road ahead. We're having fun sitting in the back seat, kissing and a hugging with Fred. I mean, if that was me, I'd go nuts. But it is a comedy song, I guess. You're not supposed to take it seriously, I guess. But poor Paul Evans. He has to watch his friend fooling around with these seven little girls all day while he's just chauffeuring him around. I call that blue humor. Maybe I coined that term. But anyway, that's my profile on Seven Little Girls Singing in the Backseat by Paul Evans and the Curls. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.